Hey guys, welcome to the first ever episode of Trek Thru Trek. Hey guys, welcome to our first ever episode. We are watching the pilot episode, or rather the second pilot episode, of the original series entitled Where No Man Has Gone Before. Now, this is, as I said, the second pilot episode, and you may be wondering what happened to the first pilot episode.
I wasn't, but go ahead.
So, back when Star Trek was first getting started, they produced a pilot episode called The Cage.
Okay.
The cast was mostly different from the cast you're going to see,
Okay, good to know.
with notable exception of Leonard Nimoy as Spock.
Okay.
He remains. And for whatever reason, the network didn't like this first pilot episode, and so they didn't pick it up. But Lucille Ball of I Love Lucy, you've heard of her.
I'm sure I have.
She fought for Star Trek and got it a second chance, and they made this second pilot episode starring William Shatner as the captain, Captain Kirk, rather than Jeffrey Hunter's Captain Pike, a name that will come up again in the future when we get to Strange New Worlds.
Okay, then.
Yep. But in any case, you will see parts of The Cage as flashbacks in a later episode of the original series. So they do reuse that footage. Didn't all go to waste.
Okay.
But we're not going to watch it now. We're going to start with the first ever broadcast episode,
Okay.
Where No Man
Sounds
Has
good.
Gone Before, the pilot episode. Which, if anyone is watching along at home and you're trying to follow us on Paramount Plus, it is listed as episode number 4. I cannot explain that. I don't know why it's in position 4, but clearly they thought it goes for. So, without further ado, let's get into our very first episode. You ready?
No.
Buckle up!
Captain's log. Stardate
So, most episodes start with a captain's log like this. Kind of give you an idea what's going on, or at least where they are, what they're doing.
Interesting.
Mhm.
The call letters of a vessel which has been missing for over 2 centuries. Did
that a
another Earth ship
chessboard?
once
It is a
probe
chessboard,
out of the
a
galaxy
3D
as we
chessboard.
intend to do?
You can even buy one, they make them
What
now.
happened to it out there? Is this some
Oh.
warning they've left?
I'll have you checkmated your next move.
Have I ever mentioned you play a very irritating game of chess, Mr. Spock?
Irritating.
So that's Spock.
Ah,
He's a
yes.
Vulcan.
One of your
Vulcans-
Earth
Yeah, I can tell he's not human.
Vulcans don't show emotions. They have emotions, but they don't show them.
Interesting.
So they're talking about
Certain you don't know
irritation and whatever.
In fact, one of my ancestors
Trying
married
to
a human
explain
being.
emotion to him all the time. Although, as he just said, he has a human ancestor. You'll later learn that's his mother is human. He's half human.
Interesting.
They found something floating in space, and they're going to beam it aboard. This is your first view of the transporter room.
Interesting.
I'm sure you like the
Bring it aboard.
60s style futuristic computer consoles.
How futuristic.
Lots of flashing lights.
Flashing light, button, 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 flashing light.
Old style ship recorder.
It's begun transmitting, sir.
Flash the bridge.
I saw it flashing on
Put all
my
decks on the alert.
explode.
No, it's a data recorder. It's not a bomb.
Maybe it was the bomb disguised as a data recorder. How would I know?
Fair enough.
Space.
So, what do you think so far?
The final frontier.
I'm confused,
These
but
are the
intrigued.
voyages of the
Okay.
Starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission to explore strange new worlds.
Oh, is that where that series gets its name
To
from?
seek out
Indeed.
new life and new civilizations.
To boldly go where no man has gone before.
And that's where the episode comes from.
What a great song.
Yeah. Something tells me we're like completely in sync there.
I hope so. It would make for a good video.
Yeah, it really would.
finish the game.
He played most illogically. His next move should have been the rook.
Next move should have been the
It's like
rook.
playing chess with me, right? I play illogically.
I don't think you understand logic once you sit down by the chessboard.
Maybe we should get a 3D chessboard.
Green on. The object we encountered is a ship's disaster recorder, apparently ejected from the SS Valiant almost 200 years ago.
Tapes are burned out, trying the memory banks.
Spock yells a lot in this episode. It's like you're on an old submarine. Well, I guess not old. It's like you're on a submarine.
It's like you're on a not that old submarine.
And have you ever seen, a submarine movie or something where the captain is giving orders and the XO shouts the orders out to the crew, even though the captain just said them? So, all stop! All stop! And then the helmsman replies, "You're all reading all stop." So that's how the dynamics work on the bridge here. They kind of copied that style.
Interesting.
They toned it down going forward, but Spock starts out in the first few episodes being very shouty.
Doctor, is that your line?
The galaxy here. I'm not getting it all. The tapes are pretty badly burned. Sounds like the ship had encountered some unknown force. No, this must be garbled. I get something about destruct. I must have read it wrong. It sounded like the captain giving an order to destroy his own ship.
What? I don't know.
Yes,
Clearly
you do.
something happened. I'm not trying to give anything away to you, you silly.
Okay, but at least don't like lines like, I don't know. Yes, you know.
Fine. I know, but I won't tell you. How's
There
that?
you go. Much better. What is that?
Something.
Force field of some kind.
There you go.
Really?
Force field of some kind.
Oh. Yeah, there's an answer.
Deflectors, full intensity.
Deflectors, full
See?
intensity.
Someone's shouting.
Density negative. Radiation negative. Energy negative.
What is happening?
They're flying into it.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
And that's menacing.
I think that was the idea.
Really? Oh,
Ooh.
lightning? Wait, if energy is negative, like there's no energy there. How is there lightning?
Maybe it's energy that the sensors don't recognize.
Huh, and now it's changing colors? Okay,
Things
everything
are
blows up.
exploding.
What just happened?
Something happened to her and to him.
What?
Again, I'm not gonna tell you.
I'm not actually asking. It's rhetorical.
Aha.
Gary, you all right?
What?
Guess that's what the flashy thing did to him.
Well, yes, but like,
Captain's log,
what?
1312.9.
We'll find out.
Ship's condition. Heading back on impulse power only.
Hey, watch this, Doc.
Stop it.
Is he
Stop it.
just dead?
Oh no.
You were dead for almost 22 seconds.
It's
There were
not
no
22
readings at all.
Also, how did she know? Was she counting?
Yeah. Dies 1, 2.
I was on my coffee break. I thought I'd check up on
That's okay, Lee. So, how go the repairs?
Well, the main engines are gone. Unless we can find some way to re-energize them.
You better check the starboard impulse packs. Those points have about decayed to lead.
Oh, yeah, sure, Mitch.
Mr. Scott, would you repeat what you just told us?
About an hour ago, the bridge control started going crazy. Levers shifting by themselves, buttons being pushed, instrument readings changing.
And on my monitor screen, I could see Mitchell smiling each time it happened. As if the ship and crew were almost a toy for his amusement.
So now he's controlling the ship and trying to sabotage stuff?
Well, I don't know if he's trying to sabotage things, but yes, he can control things with his mind.
And you didn't think it worth
Oh.
mentioning?
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. You gotta do something.
Yes, but what?
Recommendation 1. There's a planet a few light days away from here, Delta Vega. It has a lithium cracking station. We may be able to adapt some of its power packs to our engines. You have one other choice. Kill Mitchell while you still can.
You fool, soon I'll squash you like it.
Why don't
Energize.
they just transport him?
Well, they also need to go down there to get stuff to fix the ship.
Wow, this would be so much easier if they just brought repair parts.
You'd think.
I do think. Whole problem is solved if they just plan for what happens if something breaks.
Bypass the fuel bins without blowing ourselves up. Take it.
The fuel bins leak. Could they be detonated from here? A destruct switch?
I guess I could wire one up right there.
Do it.
Like, I just casually happen to have that there. Just in case you need to, like, insert a button there that will blow everything up.
Mm-hmm. Conveniently behind a little door so it doesn't get accidentally pushed.
That's awfully convenient, isn't it?
Uh-huh. Also a convenient prison cell.
Yeah, it happens to be there.
Men cannot survive of a race of true espers is more. In time, you'll understand that.
What?
Of course.
Convenient.
There he
Not
goes!
like they have bars. How else they keep them in?
Still quite convenient that it happens to be forced.
Jim. His eyes went back to normal.
Fighting the force field drained his strength. For a while, at least. He could be handled now.
Not anymore.
Well, they're back.
It fits like a glove, Captain. Oh. Did Mr. Spock get the phaser rifle we sent down?
I didn't order any. Affirmative. Landing party out.
I didn't order any. Affirmative. Landing party out.
Station seems to be running fine.
You're a talented thief,
Okay,
Kelso.
about to get trained.
Everything you sent up seems to be fitting in place.
I'm kind of proud of the job we've done. Are we going to be ready to transform up?
Yes.
You should have killed me while you could, James.
Okay. Okay. Bit much. Why couldn't he just do that in the first place? How does he know when he has enough power to do something? It's like, well, let's hope this works. Oh, look, it did. Every time.
Stop poking holes in the story.
Not poking holes, I'm just... Oh, no.
No, it's her too.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Behold.
What the... what?
He made stuff.
No, I can see that. Figured that part out. I swear, I feel like the only thing that's real that would, like, actually exist is,
Never
like,
revisited that
clothing.
I always favored.
Everything else I'm trying to figure out, like, what is going on? They see him again.
Can you hear me, James? You cannot see me, I'm not there.
I can see him in my mind, too.
Go to him, Elizabeth.
Did you just, like, teleport?
I don't think so.
How'd you get there?
He's coming.
I'm disappointed in you, Elizabeth.
That didn't do anything at all.
No, it did not.
I like how the effects make it look like it's from a cartoon show made for 8-year-olds. Just like random
Those
shapes
were
and
really good effects for 1966.
I know, but it's like a red beam and then random blue, yellow, and green shapes. It's kind of like coming out.
He deserves a decent burial at least.
Like it just appears there. James S. Kirk.
It actually says James R. Kirk, but his canon middle name is Tiberius. So it should be James T. Kirk.
Your last chance, Kirk.
You like what you see? Absolute power corrupting absolutely.
What's she doing?
I don't know if he got to her.
What? Can I turn you purple?
Nope. Still no.
This time it's gonna work though.
No.
Hurry. You haven't much time.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Just put him in the hole.
Yeah, but then what?
I don't know. Just, well, now that he's out of shiny silver eye form, just shoot him with a phaser rifle.
Forgive me.
Oh, too late.
Oh, okay. Why? Feels like tag when you're like standing on opposite sides of like a table, for example.
Oh, look, they're in the hole, like you said.
Oh, look at that. Shoot him with the phaser. Oh, wait, that won't work.
Well, shoot the rock with the phaser.
Oh. Here's the question. Why did he just fall back in the hole?
Isn't it nice how that big rock is exactly the right size to cover the hole?
Also, couldn't he just like the rock? It's like
Also a good question. Stop poking holes in the story.
I'm sorry. You can't know what it's like to be almost a god.
well, death. Is that what they thought phones would
Captain
look like?
Kirk.
Actually, flip phones are based on that.
Oh. So they put
The
a
entire concept of a cell phone was inspired by having these communication devices.
So they had like pretty much a metal brick with a cheese grater on top. That's pretty much what that looks like.
They look different after this, slightly.
1313.8.
No more cheese grater?
This is still a cheese grater.
Oh.
That's it. First episode, done.
All right.
So,
I'm
what'd you think?
well. I'm very confused, but so far, it's really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not quite sure like how the storyline plans to progress itself, but does the storyline plan to progress itself, or each episode?
No, each
just
episode
kinda
is kind of its own thing. Yeah, there's not so much in the way of like character development or like long story arcs that go through multiple episodes. Everything's just really, its own self-contained story.
Thank goodness that's not one more thing that ELA teachers sit around talking about.
Oh.
No character development, no storyline, just stuff.
Yes.
Thank God.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So there's a few things in this episode that are unique to this episode because it was the pilot. The uniforms are going to change slightly. The communicator's
Good,
going
those
to change
kinda looked weird.
slightly.
Good, those also kind of looked weird.
Yeah, it's a box with a cheese grater, right?
Exactly.
Still be a box with a cheese grater. It'll just be a smaller box.
Bigger cheese grate?
Nope. Smaller cheese grater.
Oh. Maybe maybe one day I'll tape a box to a cheese grater and act like it's a phone. Just cuz.
Sure. You
Bit
can
of
do
spray paint.
Uh-huh.
Maybe a couple of like wooden blocks, buttons.
Sure. Big jelly beans like on the bridge or in the transporter room.
Yeah.
Big bright jewels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very futuristic.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So when does Star Trek like happen?
When does Star Trek happen? So you've been given star dates in the show.
Yeah, I don't know
Right?
what that means.
Those don't mean anything.
Oh.
Okay. There are people who have figured out how to convert those to real dates, but this takes place in the 23rd century.
All right.
So we're in the 2200s sometime.
All right.
Okay.
Maybe that's what things will look like in the future.
Well, that's what they thought it would look like in the 60s. But given that our technology now is even better than what it looks like on screen, I don't think the 2200s will look like what's on screen now.
I don't know why they decided, by the way, that the spaceship would look like that. Like just like giant plate with a couple of rocket boosters on the back.
Well, yeah, it was an interesting design.
It was
But
just
they
strange.
they liked the design, they went with it, and pretty much every other Starfleet ship looks like that in some variation of that structure, with few exceptions.
Plate
There
with
are-
sticks on the back.
Kinda, yeah, you know, but it's kind of the signature look for Starfleet ships. They have this big saucer and then the big engines at the back.
Interesting.
Again, there are some notable exceptions, but we'll get to those.
Yeah, I think we got some time.
Yes. So you're looking forward to the next episode?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I just want to know what's going to happen. I'm so confused yet curious.
good. Curious is good.
Yep.
Well, one episode down, and Andrew is hooked.
And very confused.
But hooked, more importantly.
More importantly, yes.
Well, that's it for this one, guys. Join us here next time where we watch the second episode of the original series, The Man Trap.
I am so confused what that name implies.
Well, I think it implies that there is a trap for a man, don't you?
Wasn't there a trap for a man this episode?
Well,
Trapped him in a hole and chucked a giant rock on him.
fair enough. Well, I guess we'll have to see what that means next time. Until then, we'll see you out there in the final frontier.